I have to say, honestly, this year has been the greatest obstacles of my life, my mortality I had to overcome, and my obstacles, and especially this week alone has proved itself to gnawing away at my internal peace, my soul, and robbing me of my happiness. It's been a lot of demons that I had to overcome, a lot of demons that I eventually learned that were not my enemies. However, they were my greatest assets and my friends. And I've developed this relationship among the dead. Equivocally, I had to die in order to have been reborn, to experience a rebirth and a reawakening. And I had to come to terms and agreement within myself and the solace that, and I had discovered that, the Philosopher's Stone is something that is buried deep within yourself. It's not something physical, it's something spiritual, metaphysical. It's something that lies deep inside of you, internally, deep rooted. And this is to finding your happiness, your light, and having experienced that light and the rebirth as you climb through the cliff off the tree of life. So everything that you do, you have to celebrate life abundantly, be blessed to be alive every single day of your life, and turn your life into something magnificent and something profound and beautiful. Celebrate life and celebrate your own happiness and your self-worth, and accept yourself, who you are and what you are, because in this life no one around you is going to celebrate your independence, your happiness, to be that positive support, to be a part of your life, with the exception of a very rare few individuals who will help you to nourish your life, to grow, to celebrate, and find your independence, like help you to find your happiness, help you to find your self-worth, and help you to not give up on yourself. And I say this only because I lost a lot of people this year. As a great practitioner, I've come to accepting the terms of my own conditions of my happiness and my mortality, and how I live my life accordingly, celebrating my individuality and my happiness. As a practitioner, I found my balance. So I found a deeper meaning to life. I may have regret some of the wrong things that I had done in my past, and the things that I said or should not have said, or the things that I should not have done, or the things that I had done in my life. However, I do not regret being a good person all to the wrong people in my life. And as a result of that, as a catalyst for that, I was left to be have a broken heart and a damaged soul. And being a good person to a lot of the toxic, wrong people in my life had only helped me to realize and understand a deeper path workings for my future and my spiritual development, and for who I am and what I am and what I'm supposed to be and who I'm supposed to become. So, despite my depression, despite my demons, despite everything else in my life, I will never regret being the person that I am. And I've started to physically and spiritually, emotionally detach myself away from everybody else. And I started ghosting, I started burning bridges, I started becoming more brutally honest, I started burning bridges. Predominantly, I'm still the GOAT. So I don't mean that arrogantly, but because I had to rise up from nothingness to this point in my life now. And I've done it all through my blood, sweat, tears, sacrifices, hard work, determination, consistency, belief in yourself, how to believe in yourself, law of attraction, law of correspondence, the governing laws and principles of the universe, the law of correspondence, the law of attraction, the law of karma, and how to prove yourself only right and not worry about having to prove everybody else wrong, but it's you have to prove yourself to yourself. You have to become a better person in yourself every day of your life. And that's the greatest secret to success. One of the great secrets to success, you know, you can't listen to the negative opinions and perspectives of other people, because others will always have something to say about you, and they'll either say something negative or positive about you, and that's it. I mean, there's no in between. So you have to, in that perspective, if you have to vibe alone, if you have to walk this spiritual path in the development of your life alone, in isolation, then let it be so. So mote it be. Have divine messages that are constantly conveyed and imprinted upon me in my path workings. And it's a daily spiritual substance of reminders. I see these numbers of angelic numbers of repeated synchronicities constantly, triple digits, you know, like 1414, 1212, 444, 222. You get the idea. 1111, I'm constantly seeing it because it's God, divine, the grand architect of the universe, and of energy, the sacred energy around me is constantly trying to convey its messages, trying to remind me constantly that I'm enough, that I have a greater purpose in my life, and I have to keep myself motivated. I keep myself alive because of these blessings, because I am fueling the fire to my own greater aspirations and my goals and my greater purpose of being alive, knowing myself that I'm a sinner, I'm a human being, you know, I have my flaws and design, my weaknesses, but, you know, I still try my best every day of my life, and that's all that matters. So I don't really try, I just go forth and I do it, you know. Life, this world, life is such a remarkable but beautiful thing. So few little people profoundly, deeply appreciate it in its aesthetics. You know, there's so many people that take it for granted. They're not grateful for it. You know, they just live life. But I do my best to not be a douchebag myself. You know, I'll be the first one to admit it. You know, I've been in my fucking mood swings this week, and I've not been the greatest person to be around. You know. And I honestly try to not be that way, but often at times another, it just consumes me and corrupts me completely, and I feel like depression, or throwing like a rock, like pulling itself down by the weight of gravity down to the deepest, darkest oceans, and being carried away and submerged by the currents and the rivers and the oceans that is constantly feeding that and like taking that away more and more, you know. But I'm not trying to bring anyone down with how I feel and my headspace and my emotions. I'm not trying to depress anybody. It's just, I'm just brutally honest, and as a Pisces, as a starseed, I'm an emotional being, so I put my heart on my sleeves, and I put myself out there into the universe, and hopefully people receive that light and inspiration from my experiences, that we can relate to each other. And I do a lot of these videos to raise awareness, to relate myself to the world, and, you know, the world to relate, other people to relate to me. That's it.